Now we're going to go over our monitor panel, kind of our control center for our Class C motorized division. First thing we like to talk about is going to be the tank level sensors. We briefly run over this when we're talking about setting up for camp, but what you're going to see is you have a freshwater tank that is currently reading 4 lights, which means full. We also have a black water tank reading empty and a gray water tank reading empty. As you consume those tanks, those lights will go up from 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, and then full. One recommendation is if you ever get 2/3 flickering on full on black or gray, you definitely want to discontinue use until you can discharge the tanks again. If you're at a campsite, that's when you would walk out and discharge your black. A couple other things on this monitor panel are going to be electric and gas elements on the same water heater. If you are running the generator, you want to stay away from the electric element on the water heater. It's too much power. But if you're on a campsite power, fire that thing right up. Turn that on, and that will, in 20 minutes, heat your water up, and wait 20 minutes between each shower for its recovery time. Once you're done taking showers for the day, you can always turn that off to conserve energy. If you are dry camping, you would do the same thing with a gas side of the water heater. And what you would hear in about 15 seconds, you would hear the flame light on the outside of the water heater area, and 20 minutes of initial heating, 20 minutes of recovery between each shower. You turn that off when you're done taking showers to conserve propane. Water pump, pressure on demand pump. You can leave that on anytime you're in travel, transit, or you're not hooked into a city water connection. Once you hook into a city water connection at a campsite or at a house, you want to turn the water pump off so you don't pull residual water out of your holding tank. 50 gallons on board. When you get to a faucet and this water pump is on, this will bring pressure back to the faucet out of the 50-gallon water tank. Arctic pack, you can ignore this. This is for wintertime use. What you're going to see here, these are going to be your living room and kitchen lights. You're going to look for those lights all over the walls. They're actually located on the convenience center panel. Slide room. Slide rooms go in and out only with the engine running and the emergency brake engaged. Before you run a slide room in or out, you want to check for its clearance. You want to walk outside, make sure there's no picnic tables, telephone poles, tree limbs that the slide room can possibly run out into. Specific vehicles have 1 slide, some of them have 2 slides, so you want to check both sides of your campsite before you start utilizing the slide rooms. To run the slide rooms out, once again, engine running, parking brake, emergency brake set. They will not operate otherwise.